Hi, it's Kylie again, and this is my reflection post for Module 6 Google Assignments. So I've heard of and used areas of G Suite, but I had never heard of becoming a certified Google educator. I like that our instructor had us complete Units 3 and 4 because they were under the increased efficiency and save time area. That's very important to me as an area that can always use improvement. Although I think the cloud is a great way to go paperless, I feel that I'm pretty old school and I would have to have some hard paper copies of some areas while I'm teaching. I also get nervous that I'll always just lose my information at some point if it's only on the cloud. As far as giving out assignments and storing them, though, G Suite looks like it's an amazing tool to utilize. I've used Google Docs as well as Google Drive over the years, so I was pretty familiar with that area of training. Other than that, the other few areas, everything else was pretty new to me, so I learned a lot. I hadn't heard of Google Forms, so that was what looks to be a great way to watch progress in your classroom by creating quizzes and surveys. It went a step further by showing how you can see, like you can form your results by using Google Sheets. You can use instant messaging and Hangouts, which is something I had not heard of as well. And it's pretty amazing that teachers can talk and respond in real time to students whether they're in the classroom or not. This way of using communication with your students is so your inbox of your Gmail won't be filling up with questions that can be answered quickly. The aspects of Google Sites is an area that I plan on using when I'm an art teacher. It's easy to use and it'll be a great way for my students to share their progress and work not only with their parents, but with the school and community as well. And I liked how the Google Fundamental Training was set up with the introduction, the what you will learn section, the tabs on the side so you could jump from area to area, the products being used, skills needed, lesson check, etc. The Google Fundamental Training provided helpful videos and various forms of questions that were a good mix of true and false, multiple choice, and write-in. I personally enjoyed the sections of scenarios where you would write your answer and then you could see how other educators responded. Overall, I really liked the Google Educator training for the units that we were asked to complete. It was very user-friendly and it provides a lot of useful information. I think that the Google Educator certifications would be something I definitely like to complete in the near future. They provided very helpful tutorials and skill sets that are very valuable to know in the classroom and outside. It is also very cheap to become certified, as level 1 is only $10 to test and then level 2 is $25. It could be something hard to maintain though, I think, if you don't use the materials every day, since the certification is only good for 3 years and then you have to retest to be certified since information is constantly changing. Of course, if you're diligent about using the products every day, the retesting wouldn't be such a strain of time. And then I read that once you pass level 2 of the Google Certified Educator, that you can test to become a Google for Education Certified Innovator. You can even attend the Innovation Academy to work on specific projects in Google. It used to be called a Google Certified Teacher when you pass level 2, but now the title is called Google for Education Certified Innovator. And I think this was a good change and distinction to be made because it's not just for teachers in the field of education. School leaders and other community members can be are a part of that as well. I like that Google makes that certification marketable to many different people to be able to contribute to education. I did not know that there were 3 different certification programs that were the Google Certified Educator, Google for Education Certified Trainer, and then the Google for Education Certified Innovator. And so if I was applying for a job and I listed on my resume that I had my Google Educator certification, would it make it more applicable? And so I think that any extra additional certifications or education, always makes an individual more marketable. I'm not sure if it would be a huge advantage per se, but I think it would definitely make you look innovative. I think this would work better maybe as schools requesting their teachers to complete and then pay for it. And then as far as which aspect of G Suite I decided to work on, I decided to do Google Slides. And so I created a presentation and I shared it with my husband and my aunt. To my surprise, Google Slides look very familiar in format to PowerPoint. Slides has all the basic necessary features such as presentation themes, formatting, transitions, etc. I found that Slides doesn't have near the amount of selection that PowerPoint does for animations and transitions, though I did really like the comment feature, which I did notice. I didn't notice until my husband added some comments on there. I think that'd be very useful for teachers to use when they're grading their students' presentations, being able to make comments and point out exactly what needs to be improved. Overall, I thought Google Slides was really easy to use. It's a free platform in order to perform basic presentations. But I feel that if you need to go above and beyond and you really want to get professional with your presentations, PowerPoint is still the way to go. For now, though, things are ever changing. And then through my working with the various Google apps and Microsoft Office, I found that Office has more features, but Google apps excel at collaboration and cloud connectivity. It seems to be that each program works best for what the individual using them prefers. I prefer having desktop versions. Moving completely to online and having everything on the cloud, I think would probably bother me a little bit. It would take some getting used to. I personally use Microsoft Word and Microsoft Word constantly, so I looked at the differences between that and Google Docs. With G Suite, you can create both G Suite and Microsoft files, but you cannot do that with Microsoft Office 365. I think that what most people use in terms of word processing, Google Docs is more than enough. If you're wanting, like with PowerPoint, to use more advanced features and options, Microsoft Word is the way to go. I did notice on Google Docs when I was messing around that sometimes the formatting can get mixed up, the bullet points can get removed, etc., which I find to be quite annoying. But Google Docs definitely wins in the collaboration category. It's very easy to share by creating a link to share. You can easily control who can edit the document, who can view it, who can comment on it. You can share documents in Microsoft Word easily too, but it's harder to share with many people. G Suite is a free platform for the basics, but if you want more storage space, for instance, you have to pay for it, whereas you have to pay for the entire Microsoft Office up front. As more time goes by, Google will probably keep adding to its feature set, while Microsoft will make Office more cloud-friendly. So, all right, that's it for this week's Module 6 reflection on Google assignments. See you all next week.